Hi everyone, this is Moretz, and this is my persuasive speech, and this is my audience. And now I'll begin. My speech is a persuasive speech about conservation and reforestation. Imagine that a barren wasteland surrounds you. The heat is sweltering, and it continues to intensify as you continue to walk. There are people around you dressed in drab gray colors, and you can't seem to get out of the daze that you're all in. Large, sharp rocks protrude out of the earth like cold metallic fingers. You might think that this is something that is post-apocalyptic, but it's actually just your typical city. You see, the depletion of natural resources is not only destructive for the quality of human life, but will also bring possibly irreversible destructive effects on Earth. Conservation, protection, and revitalization of natural resources through reforestation and the revitalization of forests is an easy and practical step towards the healing of the Earth. As not only a Christian, but also as someone who loves and cares about all life on the earth and natural beauty, I feel that it is my duty and our human duty to not only care for, but also protect and nurture the world that we live in. Conservation, particularly the reforestation of the earth, will not only aid in preserving and providing mental and emotional and physical health benefits to modern humans and future people, but will also aid in the restoration of natural beauty, life, and forests. Now, I will discuss the importance of reforestation by focusing first on the benefits for modern people, and secondly, I will talk about how reforestation brings life to the earth. Ultimately, the greatest purpose of reforestation is to glorify and honor God by caring for His creation. So to begin, my first point is that deforestation is the permanent destruction of forests in order to make the land in which they occupy usable for other things. For example, you destroy a forest and then you can build a suburban community or a city or even a garbage dump. And then you take the trees and use them for other means. An estimated 18 million acres of forest, the area roughly the size of the country of Panama, are lost every year. Forests now, as of this year, only cover about 30% of the world's landmass. Now, while this might be troubling, moving on to my next point is how we can fight the destruction of natural spaces in the world, and that's through reforestation. Now, that's a simple process by which dying or destroyed ecosystems and wildlife can be sustained and restored. Reforestation is a natural or intentional restocking of existing forests and woodlands that have been depleted, usually through active deforestation efforts by humans. The restoration of forests will bring unbelievable benefits not only to humanity but to the world. When just an acre of forest is restored, it can bring watershed health to rivers and streams and lakes by bringing about more trees which provide oxygen, which aid in producing rain and thereby helping keep away drought, as well as by filtering dirt and riverbeds from more contaminated earth. Secondly, American forests provide a habitat for more than 3,000 vertebrate species and an uncountable number of invertebrate species. Forest fires and the chance for forest fires to occur go down significantly when reforestation efforts are taken, because this allows for the natural decay and rebirth of plants and animals so that there is a firewall that keeps fires from spreading to younger and more fertile areas. Finally, reforestation provides healing for people because it One creates a clean air source. Forests help offset the polluted emissions of different gases from the United States by 10 to 20%. And if active efforts are taken alongside looking for clean energy sources, that number can rise. Forest parks and natural spaces not only relieve stress, but also promote well-being by allowing people to be in their natural habitat and surrounded by life and not artificial environments. Now, I want to talk about that by using my prop. This is a picture of Liberty University in the early 70s, and this is a picture of Liberty University recently. Now, while the natural process of construction and expansion are certainly normal, the removal of trees on the main lawn, which extends about a half a mile or more, has actually produced a couple of negative effects on campus. One of them being creating a wind tunnel, which I've seen actually knock a person over because the winds were so strong and focused on one area. And secondly, it actually increases the temperature on campus by a couple degrees, which makes it hotter, and being a mainly walking campus makes it more difficult to get to classes and more stressful. By the planting of trees, the wind tunnel can be broken, the air can be cleaned from all of the construction that's going on, and it can provide shade and restore temperatures to their normal levels. Now, my final point is that God values stewardship of the earth, as well as the love and protection of his creation. God has given mankind the responsibility of the earth. He talks about that in Genesis 1:28. Man is to care for the physical earth, which is something that God talks about in 2:15. And finally, in Proverbs 12:10, God talks about how man is to love and care for animals and all the living things on earth. We are to show a love that reflects God's love for all of his creation to the physical creation on earth. This brings me to my conclusion. Although deforestation threatens to destroy all life on earth, the work of reforestation and conservation can ensure the enjoyment of life for all living things. An act as simple as planting a tree, watering it, and taking care of it, something which anybody can do and would only take a small amount of time, can go a long way towards preserving the planet. Christians are to pray, but they're also called to act, because faith without works is dead. Little acts can help preserve and save our planet. Thank you.